Hello friends, I am Dr. Akash Soikia and you are watching my channel Akash Edutainment. Today we will have a brief discussion on the literary term sonnet. First we will look into two definitions. The first one here is given by M.H. Abrams. He says that sonnet is a literary form consisting of single stanza of 14 iambic pentameter lines linked by an intricate rhyme scheme. The second one, given by Encyclopedia Britannica, states that sonnet is a fixed verse form of Italian origin consisting of 14 lines that are typically 5-foot iambics rhyming according to a prescribed scheme. So from these two definitions, it's clear that a poem that contains 14 lines that has a definite rhyme scheme is called sonnet. The sonnet is written in iambic pentameter lines, that is 5 sets of unstressed syllables followed by stressed syllables for a 10 syllable, and it has also been stated in the second definition here that the sonnet originated in Italy. The sonnet is a unique poetic form, particularly in the Western literature, in that it has retained its appeal for major poets for 5 centuries. The form seems to have originated in the 13th century among the Sicilian school of court poets who were influenced by the love poetry of Provençal troubadours. From there it spread to Tuscany, where it reached highest expression in the 14th century in the poems of Petrarch. Over time, the sonnet form has evolved, and the most two common types of sonnets which are written even today are these two: the Italian or the Petrarchan type of sonnet and the English or the Shakespearean type of sonnet. The Italian or the Petrarchan sonnet characteristically treats its theme into two parts. The first part has 8 lines and it states the problem, ask a question, or express an emotional tension. The last 6 lines, the sestet, resolve the problem, answer the question, or relieve the tension. The octave is rhymed like this: A B B A, A B B A, and the sextet has different rhyme schemes. Sometimes it is C D D C D D, or C D D E C E, or C D D C C D. The form of poetry known as sonnet became naturalized in Spain, Portugal, France, and was introduced to Poland, whence it spread to the other Slavic literature, and in most cases, the form was adapted to the staple meter of the language. For example, the Alexandrine, that is the 12 syllabic iambic line in French, and iambic pentameter English. And the sonnet was introduced to England along with other Italian verse forms by Sir Thomas Yatt and Henry Howard, the Earl of Surrey. In the 16th century, the Shakespearean sonnet is named after Shakespeare not because he invented it, but because he is the most famous writer of this type of sonnet. The Elizabethan period marks the peak of sonnet's English popularity. In the course of adapting the Italian form to a language less rich in rhyme, the Elizabethans gradually arrived at a distinctive English sonnet composed of 3 quatrains, each having an independent rhyme scheme and is ended with a rhyming couplet. So the rhyme scheme of the English sonnet is this: A B A B, C D C D, E F E F. This is the rhyming couplet at the end of Shakespearean sonnet. So it has been divided into three quatrains. A B B A, this A B A B, this is one quatrain. C D C D, the second quatrain. F F, this is the third quatrain, and this is the rhyming couplet. The typical Elizabethan use of the sonnet was in a sequence of love poems in a manner of Petrarch. Although each sonnet was an independent form, partly conventional in content and partly self revelatory, the sequence had added interest, providing something of a narrative development. In its subsequent development, the sonnet was to depend even further from the themes of love. By the time John Donne wrote the religious sonnets and Milton wrote sonnets on political and religious subjects, or the personal themes such as his blindness, the sonnet has been extended to embrace nearly all the subjects of poetry. Two of the primary types of sonnets are the Spenserian sonnet and the Miltonic sonnet. The Spenserian sonnet is actually a variety of the Shakespearean sonnet itself, adaptation, which was made by the English poet Edmund Spenser. He has a rhyme scheme of A B A B C B C C D C D E E. And the Miltonic sonnet is named after the English poet John Milton. This sonnet pattern is considered as an evolution of Shakespearean sonnet, and Milton used the Petrarchan sonnet as well. Importance of sonnets. Sonnets are classic poetic form which has been adapted across languages and all around the world. Although the verse form has popularized poetry free from free of form, rhyme, and syllabic constraints, the sonnet still remains a popular form in its own right. Sonnets have allowed poets to examine religious, personal, and political problems. They allow even the most elementary poets to dabble in romance with the most classic form of love poetry. Thank you.